everyone, it's Nicole here. So recently I went on a mini cosmetics haul and I bought a few new products that I really wanted to try out. Some of them are very new, as in just recently launched, and some of them have been around and they're kind of cult favorites, but I wanted to create a pretty kind of rose gold look for you guys today. So without further ado, let's get to it. Okay guys, so one of the first products that I picked up was this e.l.f. Rejuvenating kind of eye wand. It's a roller ball style, and they say that it's infused with like pomegranate and all natural ingredients. From what I'm told, e.l.f. is a vegan line, so for any of you out there that are looking for vegan based products, this is an excellent choice. And basically it's just a cold spoon technology where you're going to rub it into the under eye area. And it's just supposed to help to cool and calm and just soothe that area. So I was told you could put this underneath and also on top of your makeup. I'm using it underneath for today just to kind of go along with my skincare routine. But it feels really, really nice. And it's a little bit tacky, but I think that's going to be good for when we put our foundation and concealer on. So I really like it. Okay, so the next thing I wanted to use today that was new was my MAC Full Coverage Cream Foundation. I'm a huge fan of Patrick Starr, and he uses this quite often in his tutorials. This is the color NC30, and it is a little bit deeper than my skin tone now. I'm generally more of an NC25, but the reason I chose it is because we're coming into spring and I live in the South, and my skin is going to probably change, even though I use a ton of SPF and all of that, and I try not to go out in the sun, but it's just inevitable. I do get a slight tan, so I think the NC30 will be perfect for today. And I'm also going to use a little bit of MAC's Prep and Prime Natural Radiance Primer, and this I love. It's Radiant Yellow, and it's almost done my sample. So into it, I'm going to apply this with an angled flat brush from NYC Cosmetics, and I'm just going to work this in and start pressing this foundation in. I'm going to blend this down into my neck as well because, like I said, I have not been tanning and it is a little bit deeper than what I normally wear. But if you guys want a full coverage finish, this is the product. I know like certain MAC Select stores carry it, but I think for the most part you have to get it online. And you know, it is kind of annoying to have to do that, but I understand because it's technically, I think, more of a pro product. But MAC has some really cool rewards programs now, so you can actually like get different things for ordering online, and you get the samples and stuff, which you can't always get in store. So yeah, but I know it seems like I'm caking this on, but I'm actually doing it very lightly to be able to kind of build the product up. Okay guys, so before we do concealer, I'm going to put on my Urban Decay Anti-aging Primer Potion. Just because I like to smooth this out and then actually put a little bit of concealer on top. So I'm going to apply a little bit of this to the back of my hand and just get this all over. Okay, so for concealer today, I'm finally going to be using my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. And I love this stuff. Like I said, I've used this on, actually I don't think I've told you guys this, I've used this on clients before, you know, at work and stuff, which I will not reveal, but it's an awesome formulation. It's super thick, super amazing, and let's just get into it. So it comes out like this on a wand, and I'm sure you guys have all seen this because it's like all the rave, but it's just so much pigment. It's always a party up in here, guys. So yeah, a little bit of this goes a really long way, you guys, but it is so awesome. Alright, so starting with a fluffy concealer brush, I'm going to start blending this out. And that is my little guy. He's here with me. We're getting ready together, you guys. That's what I do. I gotta film and have my little bubby right here with me. And he plays with his toys. So if you hear like noises in the background, that's my little one. A little bit more of this Rosewater tonic. Wet my face. And go in with my beauty blender while it's still dampened and just kind of blend it out. This is in the color Fair Neutral, by the way, guys. I don't know if I said what shade I'm using, but I've been waiting for it to come back in stock on Ulta.com because it was out of stock for a bit because, like I said, it's a really popular concealer since a lot of the different bloggers now and beauty gurus are using it, but it is awesome. Like I said, really full coverage. And it just does the trick. So. Okay guys, so using a smaller beauty blender now and my Laura Mercier Translucent powder, I'm just going to go in and press this right underneath my eye. Okay, so for the rest of my face to set my MAC foundation, I'm going to use my Nye Banana Luxury Powder, and I'm going to use another dampened beauty blender from Real Techniques, and just push this in basically everywhere but my eyes and where I've placed the Laura Mercier powder. This way this all sits on our face and it's just going to bake and bake while we work on our eyes. So this way it'll lock the foundation in. And this has more of a yellow tint, so I want to use this all over because I'm going to brighten my entire face with this. Okay guys, so for eyeshadows today I'm going to be working with two different palettes, the Naked 3 from Urban Decay and the Nubian 2 from Juvia's Place, excuse me. And the first thing I want to do is start off with a light color just to set and prime the eyelid. So we're going to use this color here. This is called Strange from Urban. And I'm going to put this on an all-over brush. Let me see here. Like a fluffy brush from IT Cosmetics. Or no, excuse me, BH Cosmetics. And this has like a really pretty kind of pink undertone. So we're just going to put this all over from lid to brow bone. Alright guys, so now before we do the rest of the eye, I'm actually going to dust away this bake underneath my eye. Because for today, I want to work with tape to give me some really clean lines, and I will show you how I do that if you haven't already seen. So I'm just dusting what's around my nose and under my eyes to make sure that the tape will adhere to my skin and it's not going to slide off from the translucent powder. We can always go in and add more brightening powder, but I want to work with Scotch tape today, so I'm going to take my Scotch tape holder like this, and then using a piece of tape, I know it sounds crazy for around your eyes, we're going to take that tape and just kind of line it up first with the arch of our eyebrow and then slowly kind of line it up to the outside corner. And judging by kind of where you want your lines to be and how far you want your shadows to come out, we're just going to place this right in here. Alright, so now that we have our tape on and we are looking fierce, we're going to take the colors Limit and Nooner, which are these kind of mauvey, violety pink tones, and I'm going to use an E40 from Sigma and basically work those two colors into my crease. And this brush is extremely soft, but it's also really good for getting, you know, some accuracy in the crease here. So it's not super fluffy, but I think it does the trick at least building the color in the crease. We want to start off light and kind of gradually go deeper. Okay, so now going in with that fluffy brush again and just the color Limit, I'm going to go back and forth and just make sure that I blend out the colors. so that this way it doesn't look too harsh, it doesn't look too strong, but we just want to blend it back and forth. And don't even put that much limit, like literally just tap your brush into it. Okay guys, so you may or may not have seen a little bit of like a break in the eyeshadow clip there, but that's because duty called, like literally duty, because I'm a mom, and my son had to, you know, have his business changed. So that was fun, but welcome to my life. That's what it's like trying to, you know, film videos and do makeup and be a full-time mom. But I love it. It's life. And hopefully if you're out there and you're a mom too and you're trying to do the damn thing, then you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. So anyway, going back into the tutorial now. Yes, I have washed and cleaned my hands, y'all, okay? So don't get nasty. But we're going to go into the Nubian 2 palette, and we're going to use the color Jezebel here, which is a really pretty plum. And using a BH Cosmetics crease brush. This is a little more tapered than the one that we used initially, the Sigma brush. But I'm going to take this and just focus this plummy color right on the outside corner. And kind of slowly move it up towards the crease, but I'm trying to mostly, like I say, focus this on the outside. So I really want to build my corner here and give it a little bit of like a smoky plum vibe for today. Okay, so now that that is done, we are going to go in with an E30 pencil brush from Sigma, and using the color Kenya from the Nubian palette, I'm just going to take a little bit of that color and start to smudge it into my lash line, but mostly on the outside corner, just kind of going about maybe a quarter of the way in. Okay, so now the moment of truth, we're going to take this gorgeous liquid molten eyeshadow from e.l.f. This is in the rose gold color, and it looks pretty much like a lip gloss. I mean, it's so pretty. It comes out on a wand like that. We're going to press this into those 3/4 of the lid that we haven't covered with the darker shadows, and just kind of start pressing this all over, and then I'm going to blend it out with a flat eyeshadow brush, just like that, and just kind of gently press it and blend it onto the lid. This color is just so pretty, and I really, really love it. Oh my god, it's gorgeous. Now once you have the rose gold kind of blended into the lid, I'm just going to take this kind of frosty plum Layla from the Nubian 2 palette, and using that same flat brush, just take a very little bit, because this is a pretty intense color, and there's quite a bit of pigment to it, so you might want to tap it out on your hand or like a tissue. But I'm just going to start to press this into that outside corner again, just to add a little bit more frost and definition. Alright, so next I want to start lining my eyes. I'm going to use the Super Slim Liner from L'Oreal. It's a really pretty black ink pen, and I'm just going to grab my mirror here, and we're going to basically trace along our upper lash line, and also use the tape as a guide for our wing. So you can start with your wing if you'd like, and just kind of using your tape kind of stencil out where you want your wing to be, how high you want it to go. And then I'm just kind of pressing it into my lash line, almost kind of stamping it first. And okay, so I have pulled off my tape, you guys. Now I'm going to take a large fluffy brush and just buff in that banana powder. A lot of it's probably absorbed more into your skin, but I'm just going to go in and buff it with a fluffy brush and get all the excess to kind of blend in and away. And then I'm going to top another powder on top of this. I'm going to cake it again, honey. I'm going to put my golden, I think it's golden beige or golden neutral L'Oreal Infallible Pro. My top fell off, so it does not look like this. It's a compact, but anyway, I'm going to pack this on now with a flat brush, and basically just because we used Ben Nye to kind of brighten and enhance the skin, and now I want to go in and lock it in and set it and use a fuller coverage powder to instill that I get full coverage, I get closer to the color of my skin, and it just kind of helps to blend out the yellow. But because that yellow is underneath this powder, I feel like it just brightens the entire look. And I remember, like, in talking about makeup shaming, when I first started trying my makeup this way, I was like, oh my god, what if, like, I'm out and people are just staring at me because I have so much makeup on, and what if they can, like, see that I have so much on? And I was really a little nervous because, like I said, not everybody is accepting and nice, and I've been made fun of so much in my life, just, you know, teased when I was younger, made fun of. People have, like, fat shamed me and just been really nasty to me. So I was a little insecure about wearing it out, but I was like, you know what, no, I'm trying a new thing. I want to see what it looks like. And sure enough, we were at dinner, and this woman kind of kept staring over at me, and I was like, I said to my fiance, I'm like, you know what, that's it, we're going home. We're going home. I thought I was stronger than this, but I feel really insecure. This woman keeps looking at me, and I'm like whispering it to him, and then finally this couple that's sitting there that's looking at me, they get up and they are starting to head out. They paid for their food, and they had gotten there before us. So I was like, okay, she's leaving, so I don't have to worry. I don't have to feel uncomfortable anymore. Well, all of a sudden, I turn my attention to my kids, and I feel a tap on my shoulder, and it's the woman, and I'm thinking, oh my god, what is she going to say to me? This is so awkward. And the joke was on me, you guys. It was totally my fault. I went ahead and assumed and judged that this woman was just going to think something negative of me. And the first thing she said to me was, I just have to tell you, you have the most perfect skin I've ever seen. And oh, that's my dog. Of course, right at the pivotal moment of this tutorial. Oh my god. But anyway, I was so nervous and so upset, and I'm thinking, like, this woman hates the way I look. And it turned out that she thought I had really gorgeous skin. And just all that anxiety, all those butterflies just completely, like, dissipated, and I couldn't believe that somebody would take the time out of their dinner and their life to focus on me and to tell me that. And she was like, you know, you're a gorgeous woman. Don't ever question yourself. And I was like, oh my god, who is this person? Thank you. And I was like, thank you. You made my night. And she asked what I did, and I told her that I'm a makeup artist, and she's like, well, I can see why. And it was one of those moments where, like, I felt defeated, I questioned myself, and I felt insecure, and this stranger came out of nowhere, almost like it was a part of the universe. It was meant to happen. And she gave me that extra push and that extra hope I need. So today I wanted to tell you guys, if you're out there and you're questioning yourself and you're questioning your looks or your weight or anything, if you're just doubting yourself, stop. Just stop doing it. Stop feeding the negativity inside of you that wants to take over, and just turn around and look in the mirror and say, I'm enough. I'm okay. I have this. I got this. Because that was what I needed to do for myself that day, and I couldn't. I was insecure and I was shy, but when she said that to me, it was just that little extra boost that I needed. And when I got home that night and I looked at the makeup and I, you know, kind of analyzed how it was looking and how things were going, I was like, you know what, this is awesome, Nicole. You did it. You did it good. Somebody noticed, and don't question yourself. And since then, I've been wearing a lot more full coverage looks just for the hell of it, and it's been great. And I've had a lot of people come up to me and say, like, your skin is awesome. What did you do? How did you do that? And so it was worth it, you guys. So again, for yourself, don't question who you are. Don't try to fit into a mold. If you want to take a risk and do something, go for it. And so anyway, without further ado, I'm going to finish the rest of my face off camera because you've already seen my highlighting and my contouring. But when we come back, we will look at the final look. For contouring today, I'm using my Sculpted face from NYC Cosmetics. And my highlight is going to be my good old trusty Becca Opal highlighter. Not too sure what I want to do with my brows yet, but I may even throw some falsies on for you guys too, just to really glam it up. So yeah, let's glam it up and we'll come back and we will reveal the final look. Time to break up this powder. Again, I'm going to use that Rosewater from Radha. Oh, this smell is life. Okay guys, so I lined my lips with the color beige from NYX Cosmetics, and I'm going to use their liquid suede in TN Cookies. So this is a really pinky color, but then I think I'm going to put that rose gold on top of it. So let's see how it looks. Okay guys, so the very last thing I did was take that e.l.f. eyeshadow and just place it in the center of my lips on top of the NYX Liquid Suede Lasting Lipstick, cream lipstick. But yeah, so this is the finished look, you guys, and I really love it because it's more like pretty glam, but it's still up a notch because I never do things simple. We've already discussed this, but it's still like a really, I don't know, it's pretty glam. Like I kind of feel like my birthday's coming up, maybe I'll wear this look, I don't know, but I'm loving the wispies because I don't usually do false lashes, but I just thought it might like take it up a notch, and it definitely did. And the full coverage foundation, what I love about it is the way it's kind of done. It doesn't really feel like full coverage. It still feels light. I think it still looks really good. You know, definitely a little bit more than what the average person would put on their face, but I really love it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please give me a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Again, you can find me on my Instagram, on my Snapchat, and all of the products that I used will be listed down below. So I hope you enjoyed this look and getting ready with me, and I will see you guys again very soon.